Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys, and today this question came from you guys. The question was, I want to get a Q50 boost. Should you get the 3.7 because he wants to modify it and supercharge it with full bolt-ons if you choose need be, or 2, should he get a 3.0T through full bolt-ons and a tune? Which one should he get? And I've had both cars. I just never supercharged on 3.7, but because I've been in this market for a while, I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a video about it, and a lot of other people have been asking me this question too. So let's get into the video. But before I do, please, if you've been watching my videos, go watch some more. If you enjoy those videos, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. And you know what, please never forget to hit the like button. Thank you guys, let's go. Alright guys, so the market, let's talk quickly about the market right now, right? You have the 2014 to 2015 Q50s, right? And you have the 2016 and up. That's when they change over to the twin turbo V6 motor. Now, a lot of people have been having a problem saying, hey, listen, I don't know if I should get the 3.7 or the 3.0T. We'll talk about that differently in a different video, or you can check some of the cards I might put up there about should you get the 3.7, 3.0T. But today we're talking about, should you tune the get a 3.0T and just tune it with full bolt-ons, or get a 3.7 and supercharge it and with full bolt-ons. All right. So 2015s, I would always recommend getting the 2015 Q50. No matter if it's a sport or a premium, doesn't really matter, right? But I noticed that the price of them are about high teens to close to $20,000, right? Now, if you want to get a 3.0T, I've seen them as low as $21,000 for the 2016s. So they're relatively close to the same price when it comes to each other, right? Now, let's make it fair. Let's say that you can get a 3.0T for 20 grand, 2016, and a 3.7 for 20 grand for the 2015. Boom. That makes the ground level, okay? Now you guys have the car. Both of you guys have the car. And you say, you know what? I want to supercharge this 3.7. The only supercharger on the market right now at the current moment is the Stilling. There are other weird markets out there, but superchargers out there and brackets and stuff like that. But no, we're just gonna keep it with the Stilling supercharge because it has a 3-year warranty and 36,000 miles, right? And out of the package, they claim that it makes between, on 91 fuel pump, depending on what fuel you run, you're gonna make between 380 and about 440 to the wheels, depending on fuel. But that also depends on that crappy tune. You guys are gonna take that $7,000 you're gonna spend on supercharger, and you're gonna get it installed. And then you're also gonna get a tune from a proper tuner to have it not run so pig rich and make actual decent amount of power. And from what I read, from what I'm seeing, that from what people have got the car tuned on the Stilling supercharger, the V3, they've been making about 440 to 460 to the wheels on the 3.7 for the Q50 model. Boom. That's good. That's the level playing ground. So invested, they're making about, they're investing about, on top of the 20 grand, excuse me, they're investing about another 8 grand. Let's just be fair. Let's say 8 to 9 grand, 29,000, right? This is on 93 pump. This is why going to E85 and all the other bolt-ons, right? That's just a stock Q50 with a supercharger, right? Now let's go to the 3.0T realm, right? Now we're in the 3.0T realm. Now you want to do, you can also tune this car stock, right? Stock, no bolt-ons. Consistently, this car on 93 fuel pump will be between 420 to about 440 peak wheel horsepower, depending on the tuner. But let's just leave it and be fair at 420, right? Now, we're talking about 20 to 30 different wheel horsepower difference, right? But when it comes to the delta, it's a bit different. What I mean by delta, that means the horsepower curve and the torque curve. Usually a VR30 will hit their peak amount of wheel horsepower right around 4,800 to 5 grand, and they will start tapering off because the turbos just can't feed enough air at the time, right? But with the supercharged car, you're gonna make 440, 450 at the peak right before you change. So necessarily, if both of these cars roll race, the 3.7 should be faster because it's going to always be in more of the higher power range at the higher RPM compared to the 3.0T, which is going to be at the lower horsepower range because it already hit its peak already. Remember, it goes up to 7 grand, so that 5 to 7, that's a lot of space where you need the real power to be at. So let's just, that's the picture I want to draw there. But also, let's move a little bit more into this, right? You can get your car, your 3.0T tuned, and I'm not talking about burger tuning, that's a boost controller. I'm talking about tuning on an ECU Tech tuner. You can go to different tuners across the world, you get it remote tune. That usually ranges between $600 to $1,200 depending on where you get it tuned from. So invested, you have a $20,000 car. Well, that's 5, okay? But you have a $20,000 car, and let's say you just throw $1,000 into getting tuned and leaving the way it is stock. Boom, $21,000 compared to $29,000. As much as some people may get upset about that, you still have another 7 to 8 grand of playroom. You know, so let's just be fair. Let's say you start adding bolt-ons now, right? Remember, this guy has 7 to 8 grand or more money to play with. The stealing guy still has a lot more parts that he didn't install. So let's say you go get a $1,000 CATBACK. That makes it $30,000. Let's say he gets test pipes and he wants to rock E85, go and get that retuned. Let's just say all in all that's another $1,000. So let's say we're now at $31,000 tuned on E85 for the VQ. Now it's gonna make more power now because E85 allows you to aggressively adjust the timing, and when you adjust the timing, the car is just gonna run better. And E85 is just a great fuel to use on these cars, okay? On any car, period. Now let's just say we're at $31,000 for 3.7. Now let's say the 3.0 T is over here. He didn't have any bolt-ons yet. So let's say he added a $1,000 CATBACK, and let's say he added downpipes, right? And for us, for the 3.0 T guys, to run E85 now, we have to get a few expensive parts. We're gonna have to get a high pressure fuel pump and low pressure fuel pump. That together is gonna be 2 grand. So boom, with the CATBACK exhaust and the 2 fuel pumps, that's already 3 grand, and throw in the lower downpipes, that's like $100. Now we're about $24,000 just on more bolt-ons alone. But here's the difference: when you get tuned on E85, now you're making $490, $500, $510 to the wheels at peak. So now you're invested about $24,000 to $25,000 for a close to 500 wheel horsepower car, right? Let me be fair here. For 500 wheel horsepower car, compared to a car that's gonna be doing about 460, 470 for the 3.7 on E85 now. Now, to be honest, that VR30 can actually really compete with, with the 3.7. And here's why I'll say that. The delta for the E85 tunes are a lot different. Now it can hold peak horsepower and continue to hold it to 7 grand. So now you can hit 480, 490 to the wheel, peak at like 5,500, and may still even hold 470, 480 to shift. So now at the end of the day, I sit down and look at it. All right, one is supercharged, one is turbocharged, and with the amount of money invested, I'm still saving at least 5 grand. When it comes to general bolt-ons, tune in E85. So at the end of the day, guys, this is just to make the level playing field correct. I've made both of the cars $20,000, but at the end of the day, it's more cost efficient just on no bolt-ons at all, just to get a 3.0 T. Alright, I'm gonna have to make a separate video talking about some of the issues that may arise with just owning both cars in a stock form, which I will do. But in this video, I was just trying to draw the picture of full bolt-on E85 supercharged 3.7 or full bolt-on E85 turbo 3.0 T. Alright guys, so otherwise than that, guys, tell me what you think. Comment below. Tell me if I'm wrong. Some of you guys have a 3.7, some of you guys have 3.0 T. What do you guys think? Well, do you think it's more cost efficient? I know that you have turbos and moving components and everything, but you know what? Before I even get into the video, let me just talk about one last thing too. From me reading that and talking to people who have supercharged 3.7s, they might watch the video and get mad at me. You guys had to upgrade your transmissions, right or wrong. You had to. The 7-speed and the 3.7 doesn't have all the essential components that's in the 7-speed and the 3.0 T. They use beefier clutch packs and other components in that transmission to allow it to handle more torque. And the 3.7, there's not that much beefy components. Yes, it's still the same transmission, but they decided to change it up the internal parts for it to handle a lot more pressure and or torque. So all in all, the 3.7 guys usually will have to change their transmissions soon enough. Period. That sucks. So otherwise than that, guys, this is BoostinMotion signing out. Just comment below. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like the video. If you dislike the video, I understand. I'm just trying to give you guys the information that you need and you want. But otherwise than that, you can contact me at BoostinMotion on Instagram, BoostinMotion on Facebook, and BoostinMotion at gmail.com. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, and you have a good night. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all.